has come to our attention that you have made a number of statements disparaging and attacking the Australian Podcast Awards.
G'day cunts. Today's video is a bit of change of pace. It's not a happy video, it's a very sad video. That's why we're filming it handheld, to make it look like an indie film. It's a very sad video, judging by the title. You know what I'm going to say. I've been disqualified and banned from the Australian Podcast Awards, and I've been forbidden from entering any in the future. And the reason for that, guys, is, well, because I told you all to cheat and you're a bunch of cunts and you listen to me.
Go and fucking vote. If you've already voted, go on there again, put your email in, and in the middle of it, just put a full stop anywhere. Your username, and vote that way, and you'll still get the email, the vote will still count, and you don't have to create any new accounts. So go and do that if you have a Gmail. I know it's definitely illegal, but at this point, the only way we're going to win this thing is with a little bit of cheating. And what's the most disrespectful way to win a competition? By cheating.
Recently, I celebrated 150 episodes of the Spearhead Sundays Podcast, which I've been doing for the last 3 years. We did it live on stage with special guests Luke Kidgel and Christian Hull. What you're about to watch is a live on stage reaction to me being disqualified from the Australian Podcast Awards and banned from entering any in the future. I'm going to be reading out a bunch of emails that I've been sent by the organisers of the Australian Podcast Awards, and of course, because I'm a shit-stirring asshole, my response. So I hope you guys enjoy this. It's from episode 150 of the Spearhead Sundays Podcast. It just came out today. The full-length hour and 40-minute show is on the podcast channel. It's filmed and it's fucking hilarious and absolutely disgusting. You're about to see me getting disqualified from the Australian Podcast Awards and my response to it. So I hope you guys enjoy this. It's very petty.
So, you guys will all know about the campaign I've been running to win the Australian Podcast Awards, right? Voted 10 times? Who voted? Okay, who in here voted more than once? This is so rude. Everyone just put their hand up. Fucking everyone. Okay, I've got some bad news. And it's all your fault.
That's true, this is your fault. I have heard about you encouraging people to rig the voting.
Okay, look, there's a lot of misconceptions about me encouraging people to cheat.
Dude, there's recorded audio of it.
Okay, play it. There's no evidence whatsoever that I encourage people to cheat.
And what's the most disrespectful way to win a competition? By cheating.
Maybe, okay. Anyway, I got an email on a couple of days ago. Dear Mr. Spears, it has come to our attention that you have made a number of statements disparaging and attacking the Australian Podcast Awards. You have also incited people to disrupt the voting process. It also appears that most of the votes for your entry are fraudulent. Which is fucking true, because someone sent me a program that they had built specifically for this, that made new Gmail accounts, signed up to the Podcast Awards automatically and voted for me.
Your fans are such fucking virgins. Like, only your podcast that would happen.
Your motivation is unclear to us. We are a small group trying to help the Australian podcast industry grow. We have never had any dealings with you, and entry into the awards is voluntary. You are seeking attention, I guess. Tick. Anyway, you won't be surprised to learn that your entry has been disqualified and deleted from the competition on the basis that you have breached our terms of entry. Please do not waste our time again. Yours sincerely, someone Girdler. Now, Luke, and you may learn something from me, the best way to piss someone off heaps is to be really nice first.
And come in with like a haymaker at the end.
Yes. So I sent him back an email of my own. said, "Dear Mr. Girdler, thank you for your email. I can assure you that my comments about the awards are all in jest, designed to entertain the listeners of Spearhead Sundays. I sincerely think what you and your team are doing is great and a genuinely brilliant and innovative way to promote the Australian podcast scene. It's a shame this misunderstanding has occurred. I hope this email can rectify the situation we find ourselves in." Nerd. If you are still unsure as to whether I was making disparaging statements or telling jokes, you can simply refer to the category under which Spearhead Sundays was entered in the awards. If I recall correctly, you will see Spearhead Sundays is entered under the comedy section. As a rule of thumb, comedy has been known to make fun of things and contain jokes. To clear up any confusion, I've attached a link to Oxford Dictionary's definition. To prevent any future misunderstandings, perhaps next year you can remove the comedy category altogether. This will protect the Australian Podcast Awards from experiencing any kind of humour, which, as we now know, is an offence worthy of disqualification. Now, in regards to your claim that I am behind some kind of fraudulent campaign designed to undermine the competition, I am offended and demand a retraction of this defamatory accusation. Contrary to popular belief, I am not an all-powerful psychic being and sadly lack the ability to control the actions of everyone who listens to my podcast. If I could control them in such a way, I would be far too busy having a massive orgy with 10,000 people to enter an award ceremony. I'm sure you do the same.
Hey? Did you retract your...
I demanded that he retract his statement saying that I cheated.
That's a power move. That's good. That's strong. I didn't want to do that anyway. That's so petty. I'm only halfway through.
I had so much fun writing this. In hindsight,
Did you take an afternoon off to just like...
Mate, I sat down at the laptop and I scripted up some fucking paragraphs. One would think, if votes are so easy to fake, perhaps there is more an issue with your website than with the thousands of people using it. Have you also audited the votes of the other hundreds of contestants entered in your competition? Will they also be disqualified if fake votes are found? Or does that only apply to people who also tell jokes? To maintain credibility and to ensure the rules are applied evenly, may I suggest disqualifying every single podcast entry in the awards to be safe? And then I finish it off with, regardless, I hope you reconsider your rash action to disqualify Spearhead Sundays from the Australian Podcast Awards, as I've already prepared my victory speech and outfit, and it would be a shame for it to go to waste. If, however, you decide not to reinstate my podcast, you can send a refund of $30 for the entry fee I paid to the following details. Hope to hear from you soon. Yours sincerely, Lewis Spears. And then I sign off with my signature, would-be winner of Most Popular Podcast 2019. And then that was a few days ago. He didn't send me my $30. Dear Mr. Girdler, I'm sending this email to follow up on the status of my entry fee refund as I have not received any confirmation of payment. After perusing the terms and conditions of the Podcast Awards website, I don't see any terms that say entry fees are kept even when entries are denied. Last I checked, standard business practice does not include taking money for a service, then refusing to provide that service but keeping the money. Below are my bank details. But that one was just to ruin his weekend. Don't even want my money.
Taking Mr. Girdler to town.
Yeah.
What a sad man.
I know, right?
Like, no, you. You don't have much time for that man.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, Australia's doing so well.
You should just go to the awards and then just when they present it, just get up and just take
Just do a Kanye list.
Yeah. I would love that.
Shameless, I'm gonna let you finish. I'm real happy for you. But Spearhead Sundays had the most votes despite cheating. So what we're going to do instead is I think that as I got the most votes, we should hold our own podcast awards ceremony ourselves. So
Can I be Mr. Girdler?
you be Mr. Girdler.
What about
Christian, you can be the MC.
I'll sit here with a bad attitude.
Yeah, and I'll be next to you.
Yeah.
Give me my fucking money, cunt.
Thank you everyone for coming tonight. We've been bullied into announcing tonight's winner, which is...
Read it. Don't.
Spearhead Sundays by Luke.
Say it right.
Spearhead Sundays.
Oh my God! This is amazing. I won the Australian Podcast Award. Thank you so much. Amazing. This is the greatest achievement of my life. I would like to thank Girdler. Just realised I said his full name. Now, I would like to apologise to Girdler. Really sorry about that. What we'll do is we'll edit out your first name and it'll just say Big Girdler. But about 200 cunts know your name, so please leave him alone. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I worked hard for this award by teaching everyone how to cheat, and I would like to say thank you so much to all the listeners of Spearhead Sundays for cheating and winning me this award. Thank you so much. This is for you.
Do you know what you should do to really fuck shit up is get people to put in fake votes for all the other people in your category.
Yeah, get the guy to run a program and get them kicked out.
Okay, guys, if you've got any voting left in you, let's get Shameless to the top of the podcast awards. Vote for Shameless.
Shameless, you'll be copying an email from me very soon.
If Girdler is like 18 years old, this is this tiny shy guy who's tried to do this great thing to support Australian podcasts, and you've just come in and shut him down.
Hey man, if anyone's trying to do anything good, you know, I'm here to fuck it up. Now.
Man, I can't believe it. After all this hard work and all this planning, I'm the unofficial winner of the Australian Podcast Awards. Thank you so much. I'm going to put that trophy in my podcast setup. I know exactly where I'm going to put it. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to check out the full live show, you can do so here by tapping this button. It's an hour 40 of absolutely horrible, fucked up shit you should never say on stage, but we did it anyway. And it's some of the most fun I've ever had on stage. Thank you so much for 150 episodes of my podcast. It's some of the most fun I have every week recording it. You can also catch the audio version on whatever podcast app you use. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you for voting. Thank you for cheating. It really means the world. And to the Australian Podcast Awards, nah, I'm not sorry. That was fucking hilarious.